Alright everybody, Connor and Michael here from UFScotland, and we're watching Zolt 2, Zolt 1, isn't it? Is that who it's starting with? It's the GB one.
Yeah, don't
And
one.
that's Michael playing it, and Ken 2 being played by Scott.
So as we can see, Scott's already won the dice roll. I'm already tilting.
Yep. It's begun.
God damn
Yep, it's 100% begun. The dice roll has been won. And Ken 2 is in absolute glory right now.
it.
So this is actually going to be super interesting to see how this works out actually between like Super Aggro and the Thousand Pokes of Doom. I'm actually really intrigued to see how this one plays out because I don't think I've watched like this matchup before. I don't think so. I'm trying to think now. No, I don't think so. Because I think the only person really ever playing Zolt was like you or Steve, really.
Yep.
I don't believe you've had games again, and Scott wasn't playing Ken back then as such when you were kind of rotating with those ones, so this might be the first time.
I just remember going into this game where, like, after seeing who Scott's playing, overwhelming sense of dread. As Zolt spelt off Chaos.
Yeah,
Everybody knows how famous Chaos is for their defensive game.
yep. Almost non-existent.
Almost non-existent.
So kind of what is your thought process on what's your game plan at this point other than just not go to zero? Like,
I'm glad you says, like, other than that, because that was my game plan. Like,
like
honestly, my game plan was, he's going first. Like, there's nothing I can do about that. I lost dice roll.
yeah,
I just, I just need to survive his first turn where he decides he's coming in, and hopefully, like, be able to win the crackback.
aye. So just completely weather that absolute storm. So
Um,
let's see
there's
what
always the
Scott.
chance, like, I'm on Chaos, man. I'm playing Showcase.
Yep.
Like, the thought did cross my mind of aggressively mulligan for the Showcase.
Ah, right, okay, yeah, and just that force that scenario. Well, didn't mute one chat. So that I shall mute that now, because we're not hearing that for the rest of the game.
So, you'll see me just lean back in my chair there. I've already, like, made a misplay. I reviewed a copy of this attack, can't remember the name of it. I think it's Whip Crack.
That's whip crack. Yep.
Yeah, I reviewed a copy of Whip Crack, drew it into a second copy of it,
Ah,
put it into my hand somewhere. I'd meant to play the Blaze of Fervor, but
right.
then just seen the orange
Seen
and
this
put it
all.
out.
Yep. I've done that
My-
before.
But
No, you did deal one. See, you're on your
I,
roll.
I did do one,
That
man.
is it.
It has begun.
The
So
poker
me try to
thing.
work out how to salvage my turn, because I really wanted to chuck that Blaze of Fervor.
Aye, 'cause now
Blaze
you're like,
of...
I think you're still thinking about it though. Yep.
Yeah, man, weighing the
Yep.
odds, I'm like,
Yeah. Why not? Isn't it? Like,
passes, still get my foundation.
yep. You get your foundation. And if anything, I think this is one of those characters as well. You can pre-tilt people when they have to take those one damage repeatedly. Like, I think you can definitely annoy people with it. Like when they're like, "Oh, turn one, look at this." Like if this was any, I mean, like look at the damage just disappear. Like the health has just gone down.
Oh, if this was against any other character, I'm feeling good here.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I can hide behind my 28 health, but
Yeah, this is like the one scary character for it. But look at that, half health them basically, or 10 health basically, half them straight away. Not bad for an opening turn. Like,
I just wish I'd played the cards all the way around. So, into a true identity on a 4, which passes thanks to my face down.
yep.
Talon spam on a 5.
Aye, so not bad. Pretty much probably the best kind of play you're going to see from Zolt in turn 1. Like, that's the way it's meant to be done.
Oh, I think the best play would have could just like I don't know 3 showkeys in a row.
3 showkeys though, yeah, go full meme and get him. Would have been also pretty funny to have seen that. Here we go. Let's see what he is planning out now. So at this point now, realistically, if Scott's get some cards in hand, it's just a matter of swinging the orange at this point.
Oh yeah, like
Because you've got 1 in hand.
he's definitely hit the stretch kick, so he's going to be able to draw cards.
Yep. Setting up for the next one. So like, yeah, already the damage is starting to creep up on these attacks. Like we can...
Yeah. Man, first attack, 7 damage.
First attack, it's rough.
I need to play 2 multiples for that kind of that.
Then he goes in for the next one. Gets obviously have their stats assigned. So it just comes down to all these checks as well, I think. That's just...
Oh yeah, like with Ken, you're playing such as this. I'm relying on what's on the top of my deck.
Yep.
Like we see him there, he hits the shuriken.
Yep, hits it.
So he's able to draw 2, man.
Yeah, the options are all quite there for him. Still, a few bad checks can still definitely mess with his turn. Maybe not now.
Oh, that's exactly what I'm hoping for, man. Like,
Yep.
obviously, he's just got to ready everything.
He's got to ready everything, so...
You're sitting across from the table, like, come on.
Yeah, where's
check
that
a 3.
3? Yeah. If he hits a 3, it's a rough day for him. So you've got a block at least.
Yeah.
Yep.
Get to block this one, man.
So that's one that stops him. So now it is actually a bit of a... He needs the next one to do some serious damage. Because now, as much as he's got a million cards in hand, the bad check is going to slow him down pretty drastically.
So there's an option he has here that I don't... At first, I think he's teased. He could flip the Hillward bound to kick the Violent Shuriken from the pool.
From pool. Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And then play the Violent Shuriken that he's holding.
Yeah.
He's still make combo requirement because it'll be a kick
Yeah,
before it.
still a kick before it, so... That looks like he's going... I think he's... Yep, that's what he's doing.
He does it and he kicks it and he goes into a stretch kick.
And goes into stretch kick.
I think potentially he might just want the extra 2/2 stats.
Maybe. But there came the first of the bad checks, for instance, though, that severely will hamper his turn.
It's a rough position to be in, just sitting across your opponent wishing bad checks on them.
I mean, no, that's literally what I would do.
Oh yeah, like, don't get me wrong, there's nothing else you can do, mate, yo.
I mean, for me personally, I'm still sitting probably in the 28 range with from my 40 health, but but everyone else, yeah, is 100% bad checks. Because still, a 3 will still mess him up in the next attack.
Yeah, I think he actually comments on he should have readied these Azure Nightmare with its once per turn.
Yeah, so he
I think
doesn't have
that's
to. So he doesn't have to Ken if he checks a 3.
yep.
Yeah, checks a 6 though, because why
It's
not?
his six anyway, man.
Oh, the damage is just creeping to it. So I mean, at this point, you're kind of just sitting there as well, probably just going right now. He's just having to like play out the motion.
Yeah, he's just playing it in motion. I think at this point I'm sitting waiting on him just using the Azure Nightmare to
Yeah,
guarantee his next attack.
guarantee a auto pass basically at that point. And I mean, when you see is that his deck? No, it's his hand. It's like
That's his hand, man.
it's no as if he's getting it. Can he no discard at this point?
Yeah.
So there he goes. There he does it. You take that 1 damage from the discard being the Azure Nightmare. Then yeah, even with like a check like that, he's still good for all the shenanigans if that's what he was making for next attacks.
It's a lot of damage, man.
Yeah, that's that 6, 7, 8.
I want to say this is like 7 high 12.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's 12 in it. Yep.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, show me the next attack. I've got 0 in hand.
Yep. Yeah, because he can't fail that one. Let's get
Yeah.
going into the next round. So yeah, that's like that's another one of these games. It's just that way where you're like you just need the bad checks to happen for sure. It's like there's no relating. At this point, I'm wondering, do you even sideboard it at this point if you've got it?
That's it, man. I don't really have much. As I said in previous video, like my sideboard was covert intents.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Aye, so yeah, in this scenario,
Um,
you don't even want more 1 checks in the deck at that point.
we, I'm like, just run it back, man. We'll see how we do.
See how it pans out. I think what I'll need to do in editing is add like elevator music.
Oh yeah, man. I've noticed.
I think that's what I'll need to do as well. Because some people don't take as long mid round and some do, so I think I might add that in for comical humour.
I found myself in the last game we were doing. I was getting engrossed in the game.
Yeah.
You're not talking as much. You're like,
So I know it's like it's one of those ones. It's like when you're watching a game, you're sitting going, "Oh wait, I'm supposed to be speaking about what's happening," but you're like just waiting for the dodge to come out. It's like waiting for something to happen. Aye. Definitely, we'll start doing some of these via Twitch as well. I think will be pretty decent, so people can watch us laughing live.
just hoping for like, other people to watch and like help fill the dead air.
Aye, and call the misplays with us.
Call the misplays with us. Keep a count. Misplay bingo.
Misplay bingo. Oh god, that's got to be a thing now. That's got to be a thing. Aye, the Krillin count. So, aye. So at this point, it's like you're probably like shuffle up, take your time, because realistically these games don't last long. It's like compose yourself and see if you
Oh
can
yeah,
go
like
full Zolt.
at this point, I'm taking my time, shuffling my deck, trying to work out how am I going to handle this matchup. What do I have?
Yeah, what's the best things to hold? What's the best things to just auto play? Yeah, 100%. Scott's like orange and grey, orange and grey. I mean, we've seen it before in the first round there, though, that you're definitely, even without foundations, you're pretty safe for doing some pretty easy damage. And still
That's
building
it. It's easy
foundations.
if you go second, man, but like going first.
It's like an extra wee bit of risk attached to it, but looks like you have plenty of grey this time round. So yeah, well, I think definitely one of the best pieces against them. Checking one of the showkeys.
Would have much rather had it in my hand.
Yeah. But again, I think that Wellight's a decent way of saying no to a lot of turns. You can definitely stall out in attacks.
Yeah, it just helps make one of these attacks not get insanely huge.
Yeah.
But the UFScotland got to get a 5 build.
Yeah, that's rough. That's the kind of thing you don't want to be seeing. Because the moment Ken gets a 5 build, you can almost guarantee the attacks are coming the following turn.
Oh yeah.
So here we go. So playing out the showcase, yes, here we go. Now here's the real question. I wonder what I'm thinking. What you're going to flip? Aye, the Kirin Soul for the damage part. Yeah,
Needs
it's
to
probably
be
about it,
Kirin
isn't it? Yeah. Then comes the multiples.
So that's the showcase. If this isn't blocked, it'll burn.
Yeah. So this is very much going to force that scenario.
Does have a lot of foundations, man.
Yeah, and it's just like, look at that. That's the power of Shoki.
9 mid for 10 if he doesn't block.
Which is very much a lot of damage that he can't afford to take, really. As we see him there, he's obviously holding 2 attacks, and it's a tough one to lose one of them though, because it only increases your chances to just draw into more grey. But at the same time, definitely needs to block this one. Yep. Commits out for it.
Yeah. Partial block, man, so he still takes 5.
Yeah, it still takes a bit.
It still takes 4, sorry. Not 5. And then you see my hand of absolute no blocks.
Yep. That was a fair few no blocks. That's quite rough. That's rough seeing that. But here it comes. Like, obviously Scott needs to draw up to 7 and see more orange. Looks like a wee bit of orange, I think. Yeah, it looks like he's got quite a bit. I think they look like mostly flame auras, but get rid of a few bad checks there as well. Yeah, he's playing into, what's this, Bug Sapper again, isn't it? Is that one? Yeah.
Exactly, one, so we'll have someone. Every time he fails a check, it'll get a damage increase.
Yep. So you still have one in hand. Going to assume it's got a block zone at least.
I hope so, man.
Yeah, I'm going to assume so. If you played out the rest of the no blocks, I can only imagine you're still holding a block. Obviously, you're not too bothered right now as you're not triggering Wellight. Saying that though, is there really anything you could really do right now that he just doesn't do it?
Yeah, I've got one option. You'll it'll come up see if you can work it out before it comes up.
I'm trying to remember which ones. It'll not be the two in the middle with the 4 check, the no surprise. I'm trying to remember what the top card is now though. I can sort of see it. I'm assuming that's got a desperation maybe. I feel. If it's one yeah, if it's the foundation I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure it does, doesn't it?
It's not a desperation.
Is that a deadlocky?
No.
No. Well, to ultra. I just can't think of the actual foundation. That way when you can picture it.
So I've been quite lucky here. He whiffs with this Shira you can, and I also got to take combo off it with weight of a true warrior.
Ah, right, okay, nice.
So I'm just going to be coming in for 3 damage. It does get +1/+1 from the Infernal Foundation that Connor's looked up the name of.
Yep. Born from Destruction. Yeah, because he's not lost vitality that turn. I like it. I knew there was one. Cause I was like, it can't be Folktale. I was like, that can't be the one. I was like, is there an out for that one? But yeah. Because I'm about 100% sure he doesn't play anything that actually does lose him vitality then at all.
Oh no, he's got the other Infernal Foundation that can lose one.
Oh, he does. Well, they Vessel, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's tough timings, but
I'm pretty sure that's not why it's there. I'm pretty sure it's just there for an additional like +1 speed, +1 damage. Due to Ken exile and always on attacks anyway.
I guess cause I guess it's got the E flip, remove 1 card in either player's discard pile, maybe just to find that for the draw.
Yeah.
As well. So he's getting through with the attacks anyway, but slowing him down. This is definitely all the motions getting run the now.
Yeah, man. Realistically, I think I should have well lighted before he can to give damage, but after he's stunned.
Yeah, but full damage. Yeah.
So we see me use it, tell him he has to commit to draw a card, and then tell him that he can't actually do it.
Can't actually do it. Yep. Yeah, so he just has to. Yep, and then you take the damage.
Yeah, I still take 10 though, man.
Yeah, still quite a bit. But now the numbers are starting to get quite unfavourable. Oh, and a bad check. I think that's him also searching through everything, which so far to check. Especially if I'm holding like I think there's the Kikyo slap. I think is at least a 4 diff, but yeah, if he checks on those 5s, needing 8s and stuff, and checks a 3, it's pretty much game over.
Quite surprised we didn't go in for a few builds.
Yeah, even just to get a couple extra. But then again, maybe he's holding them entirely for what's coming his way in the form of Dean blocks. As we've seen in previous games, I think he's been quite reluctant to have to actually put out the attacks as the blocks.
Yeah.
So at least now he probably doesn't have to worry too much about losing those attacks. Obviously, if he does, he could put out like the flame auras and stuff, but he probably wants to keep them in general for the attack run.
Oh, after playing against Scott a lot, man, I know he likes to get people low enough that a flame aura just guarantees death.
Yeah, it's just the auto win at that point. So that's a West Wind combo.
Choose the multiple here.
Yep.
I should spend 1 of my momentum for it, and 1 from the top of the deck.
Any reasoning behind that other than just not?
Oh yeah, definitely, man. So the motivation behind that is I knew what was in my momentum was the Shoki.
Oh right, yeah,
and
yeah.
It means after the showcase resolves, which is the first multiple copy here,
Yep.
I'm going to Dancing Blades to pick the
And pick
showcase
it
up.
up. Yep, aye. Yeah, I get you. Yeah,
Um,
totally.
because I chose to use them, it's basically making it act like a pseudo Dark Tournament nubs.
Ah, right, yeah, yeah. Yeah, aye. It's like just, aye, doing like an extra process to the same scenario.
Yep. So here we see Scott actually blocking reverse with the Keiko's slap.
Yeah, so
Doesn't get any damage on it,
yeah,
but
doesn't
it
get the
is still
damage.
annoying, man.
Yeah, it's still something that's there.
It has an E that if it deals damage, my next attack's 2 harder, or
Yep,
my next attack I play that turn is 2 harder.
it's too hot. Aye, so at this point it basically forces you to block, which you do.
I go for the block and then check pretty bad.
Yeah, so it's whether or
Um,
not.
have to spend some time thinking about is it worth it? Like,
Yeah,
I'd be committing 2 foundations to pass this block, but that would also be the 2 foundations that I'd be in theory committing to
yep,
stop the damage
to
increase.
stop the damage. Yep,
Not damage, difficulty increase.
yeah. If you check like that, aye. So it's a kind of almost comes to the same point
So
though.
Keiko's gives +3 damage.
+3 damage.
It's also worth noting that this is a bit of a misplay from me here. So I get worried about the Keiko's slap,
Yep. Yeah, yeah.
and it wasn't until I noticed afterwards that the E on it isn't my next attack played, it's my next attack.
Oh,
So I believe that through
that
that difficulty would have just went to the multiple
would have
copy.
just triggered on the mult. Oh, that's rough. I never even thought of that actually. Yeah, if it just goes to the next one. Yep.
So we see me play Blaze, have to tap a bit for it, and drop down one of the multiple copies from the West Wind combo.
Yep.
The one that's
It's not shoky.
not the showcase. So the showcase is still there.
Yep. That's not bad. So there comes the multiples from itself. He does have a block for it at least. So yeah, definitely I think this is why he was holding those foundations. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, man.
Definitely didn't want to waste the attacks at all. Takes a wee bit of a hit off of the mults. And then yeah, it's when you trigger that one. So this is going to come down on like a 6. So
Passes due to the +1 from Blaze.
yep. Oh yeah, 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 it does. Nice. And then here comes the scary numbers. Oh, and there's a shoki.
Yeah, man. So they hit discard pile. I'm explaining to Scott that they hit discard at the same time, and then I rearranged them.
Yep.
So
Because you
it'll go
want, yeah,
showcase
because you
and
want to
take
resolve the
showcase.
shoki, go into the next one, pick up the shoki. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent, decent. That's proper. That's big boy plays.
Some bad checks here, man.
Yep. But you definitely need to pass that one. So you can get that.
Obviously, this is a bit ultimate now that we know Scott's got the flame aura in hand.
Yeah.
You never know what your opponent has, man, so you just need to...
But yeah, you have to just play out the motions of how you think you're going to do it. And at this point, you kind of need to lock him out of game because 14's far too low to deal with an
Yeah.
attack run. So he does take the hit. Then solves that multiple. Yep, you get that shoki back. Then you play a shoki. Check a shoki. Oh,
Fails, man.
Oh. That's brutal.
Oh well, man.
Aye.
It happens. A comment on the Keiko slap. Been annoying. But in
Yeah.
hindsight, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Just
Yeah.
me.
Aye. Aye, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
So now it's really just, does Scott get the attack run he needs? It kinda looks like it. But then at the same time as well, you still got a wee bit of foundations to go, a couple of blocks, so without knowing what he really gets at that point, it's still like anybody's game really.
Oh yeah, man. I've got like 2 foundations. We can see what I can do. Can only hope that he doesn't like do stuff like that.
Yep, that was the flaw there. Yeah, now he's going to be able to get the draw to it.
Oh, I think he had a stretch kick. Yeah, he
Oh,
had
he does
had a
that, the
stretch kick
first one. Yeah.
in the
Aye.
game, man. But
Aye, it's already good. But some extra damage in here. It's getting rough. Then all the way down to 6, that's brutal. So check's bad with a 3, but at the same time doesn't have to commit too much and still has pretty much perfect foundation lineup to go.
yeah, loses combo due
Yep.
to Way the True Warrior.
With the
but
True Warrior, but
doesn't
at this
help
point,
much,
yeah, it's not slowing him down from doing the same amount of damage lethal anyway. And then that was game. Brutal. Oft. So yeah, that was a tough one. That was 2-0. Ken 2. Kind of seen it coming that way. Definitely.
Oh yeah, man.
Yep,
Like
definitely seen it coming that way. Did not see the kind of plays were going to happen on the Zolt side though, for sure. Definitely closer than what I was expecting to come. But geez,
in hindsight, watching it back, it was a bit closer than I remember.
yeah,
But
it's
you lose dice roll to Ken. You know that you're playing not an amount of defense I'd normally be happy with in a bet.
yeah. Yeah, and you know the tables are screwed to the floor, so you can't even flip them. It's like, the whole thing's a bit pre-designed for Ken there.
But it was a good game. Can't take it away for Scott.
Yeah, decent plays. That's it. Not too bad. So we're going to end this here now, guys, and we'll catch you in the next video. See you later on.
See you later, guys.